everybody. Welcome to Wingman's Hangar. Eric Wingman Peterson inviting you to come on in. If you're new to the show, this is kind of an inside look at everything inside CIG and the making of Star Citizen. If you don't know about this game, well, you dang well better. Google it. We're up there. We're really, really cool. What's coming up this week? We have the Week in Review. We have forum feedback. And we have an interview with graphics engineer Joshua Alway. Let's get right to it. Well, as many of you know, this is kind of the anniversary of our 1 year of the crowdfunding. That's where Chris, Sandi, myself, Martin Galway, and Ben did this whole crowdfunding thing, and we were totally shocked at how the 24-hour live stream was so much fun. It's kind of where Wingman's Hangar got launched. It's where a lot of the stretch goals got launched. It was an absolutely insane experience, and something that we are proud of and glad you guys joined us. And if you miss us, I think there's a whole 24 hours up on YouTube somewhere. You'll enjoy it. It's pretty cool. This week, pick your stretch goal. Get on the comm link. Check it out. We're letting you guys choose what stretch goals you'd like to see coming up in Star Citizen. LA is busy working on the dogfighting module. They're hard at work, cranking away, making that as good as it can be. And just remember, we will serve no wine until it's time. Austin, what are we doing here? Working on the hangar updates. We're going to see what we can get done and get out for you for Christmas. There's some big changes coming with the hangar, especially considering things called PBR, which is physical-based rendering. It may cause some delays, and when hangar updates come out, we'll get more to you about that later in a more official capacity. But just suffice to say that it's going to be really, really cool. Manchester's busy building out their studio, and by that I don't mean just the office space, the physical office space that you saw last week with Aaron, but they're also hiring a bunch of people. They're really busy right now, hard at work on Squadron 42. I think they blocked out some of the missions. They're working on those, getting those things going. I cannot wait to see what those guys come up with. I got the pleasure of working with them on Starlancer, and it's going to be really, really good. I'm sure they're going to be doing something really cool, and we'll be bringing you guys up to date along the way so you can get used to that. And again, you guys amaze us. And Wolf, one of our most generous supporters, well, meat pies? Wow, look at that. Hey, Wolf, just want to say big shout out. Thank you very much for sending in the meat pies. Incredible. Mike and I were in a meeting, so we kind of missed out, but not on all of it. They just went like that. Look around. They're all destroyed in about 5 minutes. What do you think, Mike? Do you like them?
Oh, good.
Good. Thanks a lot, Wolf. Wow, dudes, were those meat pies good or what?
Gonna wipe a little drool off.
I mean, they were incredible. Wolf is amazingly generous. So
thank you, Wolf.
Exactly. Do you know what time it is? It's time for
forum
feedback.
Exactly. It's time for forum feedback. Let's get right to it. From Jao Thon, or J-O Thon. Somebody put a phonetic spelling there for me so I could actually figure it out.
And you still mispronounced it. J-O Thon.
It's going to happen. J-O Thon. Can we get some better clarification on what exactly the F7A Hornet upgrade is? Ooh, this is good. Benjamin, sir, what is the F7A Hornet upgrade?
I've only answered this question in customer service 1,000 times so far. Yeah, so it changes the shape of the hull so it looks like the military Hornet. It doesn't give you the specifications of the military Hornet. You don't get an extra gun hard point. It doesn't give you a bigger engine, but it looks like the military Hornet. It's like a kit for a car if you want to turn your Ford Taurus into a Ferrari. And so as such, it's going to have some impact on the physics of the ship in the game, where the thrusters are placed, the maneuverability, but not that will show up in our specifications page right now.
Okay, cool. Well, so you've answered that a lot in the question.
A lot, yes.
Okay,
a lot. Popular question.
That's good. That's good. We're getting it out then. From Herat, will you guys be running around the Comic-Con this weekend in your area? Ooh, are we going to be running around Comic-Con? Well, not I, but perhaps.
Not I am going to go down there on Sunday, represent Cloud Imperium a little. So look for me. I'll be wearing the Pilgrim Cross, and maybe I'll have a little surprise for you if you find me.
There you go. You find him. Come find Benjamin. From Gundam, what happens to players and NPCs in the turrets of a ship after the turrets are destroyed? That's
pretty obvious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Death of a Spaceman. If you're new to the club, take a look at it. It's a really good post that explains how our death mechanic works. And if you're in a turret that gets blown up, you get blown up.
The key word is death of a spaceman.
just the death portion there. Good point. All right, here's our first video from Aces of Deep Space. When a bomber ship launches a torpedo on a capital ship, will it always strike, or may the targeted ship fire countermeasures or shoot down the incoming missile? Well, first of all, that was a really good video he sent, but
really
the
good.
first one he sent was like super, super long, and we could never put it in there. But we wanted to get it out there because it was really, really cool, really good effort, and the question's really cool. So, will it always strike, or do they have countermeasures going?
We have several countermeasures. In fact, all the examples he gave were good ones. We do have like chaff and flares and things. We also have, you can shoot down torpedoes. I'm sure you all remember doing that in Wing Commander 3.
Yep.
Starlancer.
And Starlancer.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Ben.
that. Way to go, big knuckles.
King of the
All right. So yes, you'll be able to
Yes,
countermeasure.
you can.
Right. It doesn't automatically strike. From Nojun, could you tell us a little bit about the health system when we're in first-person shooter?
Yes. We've been working a lot on the FPS stuff in the last few weeks. So what happens, it's very realistic, very immersive, same as all of our game. You won't have like a little bar that counts down. You will have some sort of display in your helmet if you have a helmet on. Otherwise, you'll have to use your Mobi-Glass to check your health status. But you can have limbs damaged and become useless. So yeah, it's hardcore.
Become useless.
Useless.
So you're not going to have like a little face down at the bottom of the screen as it gets sadder the more you get hurt.
Yes,
Yeah, it's gonna be
and then a little tear.
And then a tear, right? As it just goes tink. Very cinematically, though, of course. From Mercy, will there be NPC-run organizations guilds that players can join as opposed to the player-run guilds? Well, that's a really good question. So, what do you think, Ben? You're in the community.
Yes, absolutely. If you remember Privateer, there was a Merchants Guild and the Mercenaries Guild, and then they're going to offer various benefits. Players will be able to join them for sure.
Don't forget bounty hunters.
Bounty hunters.
You'll see me there too.
Oh, man. What about a Pirates Guild? Arr.
Is there honor among thieves?
Are there honor? Arr, there mighty be matey. From Absalon. Is that how you say that? Absalon.
Absalon?
Absalon.
Absolutely.
That was Absaloni. I was wondering if asteroid belts will be full orbital rings like ours is between Mars and Jupiter, or will it be clusters of rocks?
Maybe some from column A and some from column B. I mean, it depends on how many we lay down. There will definitely be small clusters here and there, but I'm thinking we'll try to do some rings in some places.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have asteroid space stations and asteroid hangars, so some of these things are going to be rather large.
Big rocks.
Big rocks.
Lots of places to hide.
And lots of places to mine, which seems to be leading the charge on the boat lately, right?
Yeah, mining seemed to be very popular.
Mining seems to be very popular.
Boat salvage.
Hey!
You can't be influencing the decision, Ben.
Ben!
Redacted.
Go mining!
Actually, let's redact that. You know, whatever. From Wolf, wow, who sent the meat pies.
No, this is a different Wolf.
Oh, different Wolf, but who's still named Wolf. We will be able to purchase the asteroid hangar separately, like we can with the business and deluxe hangars.
What do you think, Ben?
Yes.
Good thing.
Yes, good answer, and that's true. I mean, and it's looking pretty good. It's going to be a bit of a time before we get that out there to you guys. We'll have more on that in a little bit. From Makesor.
Hey, Wingman, looking good, I say. What happened to the beard, man? You shave it off or something? Psh, it's okay. Makesor forgives you. You know, I've been thinking about this whole no-shave November thing, you know, man? And it got me thinking about my hair. In space. You know, are we going to be able to get our hair changed in what I like to call that Lego head style change, where it doesn't matter if it was longer or shorter than before, it could just become something else? Or is it going to be, like, simulated in real time, where our hair grow naturally over the course of time? You know what I'm saying? You'll be sure to let me know, okay? Say, peace out, WM.
Next question. From Ashnick. When will Rob cut his hair? Finally, a hair question we can answer.
Yay! Hair question I can answer. So, for those of you who weren't around for episode 10, when you first met me, the hair is being grown out to donate to Locks of Love. So, I will cut my hair when there is a foot of it to cut off. That's the official answer.
And Locks of Love is like a charity for cancer.
Yes.
The people that are going through the treatments, they get your hair to create wigs and stuff.
You can make a very, very, very thin wig from my hair.
I so want to comment right there. From Alamo, the hangar module is like a garage. The ships are there, but I can't feel at home there. Are there plans to make it habitable, perhaps with a living room, where I can follow the news in the universe, sit in the chair, and look at my medals, etc.?
Yeah, we want the hangar module to be your home, where we're going to be adding all sorts of cool stuff in the future that'll let you customize it, personalize it, make it your place. And we want to know what you think. So go to the forums, tell us what would help you make your hangar more at home.
Yeah, what do you want? Now, we've already had a poll out there, and Lounge won, and we're going to be doing exactly some of that stuff. But while we're working, what's going to happen until we can do like customizable pieces, or what we call persistence, where right now everything sits in a certain spot in your hangar, but we want it to eventually where you can move stuff around and create your own version. And so until that happens, we'll be upgrading the hangar as we go, but that's going to be the big thing that you guys are going to be looking forward to. Now, the next question is when? I have to answer that later. So, from Ozzy, he says,
I want to know if you can come into contact with certain obstacles or threats of the non-human type while boarding these derelict ships.
Well, that's a good question. Will we be encountering aliens and derelict ships?
There's a chance of anything happening in a derelict ship. I don't think we want to give away all the surprises, but
it's a good point.
Something made those ships derelict in the first place.
Good point. Excellent point.
Well, there you go. From Giroux. How do you say this? Giroux. Why don't you have a phonetic field in our profile so you can easily pronounce strange names on the show? That's probably I think that's a good idea.
Many of our citizens have taken to putting pronunciation guides in their questions, which is an excellent thing to do.
And it hasn't helped you a bit,
Hasn't helped Eric even a little. But everyone else gets it.
I can't even pronounce my own name sometimes.
Irving.
When I was a kid, I couldn't say Eric when I was little, so I called myself Eggett.
Eggett. Oh, that is gonna stick,
I know.
dude. You are now in trouble.
Eggett. From Premium Irina, she says,
Hi Eric, Rob, and Ben. It's Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo from Star Citizens Addicts Anonymous. I've got a quick question for you. I see all this great artwork that you've given to the subscribers, and there are some amazing concept art of the landing zones on Terra, the Earth, and DOS. My question is, what kind of immersion can I expect when landing in these places? Will I be put into a traffic pattern? Will I meet people in the maglevs? Will I see different characters that might have something to do with a storyline built into the Star Citizen universe in the future? Or is it just going to be this empty place where it's just me and somebody else I'm talking to?
Good question. So, what kind of immersion planetside?
We want the planets to feel very alive. So, there are ships flying around. You'll see other characters walking around doing whatever they do during the day. They'll go to their jobs, go to restaurants, whatever. You won't be alone. It won't be just a wasteland with tumbleweeds.
So there'll be traffic patterns and all this stuff. Yeah. And she's all the Batgirl, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so Ben?
Oh, yeah. Let me break in here. Remember last week's MVP, which was delivered by our fantastic producer, was for like a Star Citizen Anonymous thread. Batgirl here actually runs a Star Citizen Anonymous video, and there's a thread in the subscriber forum that we're not supposed to talk about. So we want to say that is also great there. We're going to give MVP to the people who run that thread too. We're sorry for not mentioning it last week.
There you go. Fair enough. So that's no
excellent.
worries. From Euro Warrior, he asks, will shields get activated if you bump into things, like in most other games? I imagine it would give away the stealthy pilot.
Sounds like you shouldn't bump into things then.
Stealthy
because
pilot is
yes,
bumping into things.
Stealthy, yeah, it's like coming home, from a night out with the boys and trying to put your keys down quietly, going, and then bumping into the bed, and you're like, your wife's like, where have you been? It's 3 a.m.
So if you're stealthy, be coordinated as well.
Yeah, don't bump into things. I think we've learned a little bit there. So, but will shields get activated if you bump into things?
Yes.
But I imagine you could turn shields off.
You could.
That seems like it would make bumping into things even worse.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, from one of our favorite new contributors, Disco Lando. Take it away.
Good morning, Wingman. This is Lando. Disco Lando. And I have a question about integrated video recording. A Star Citizen theater mode, if you would. What? Nah, baby. That camera isn't even turned on. Now, some games have a built-in theater mode that records the game data while you play and allows players to revisit the game's events from any perspective or angle. Has there been any discussion on adding such a feature to Star Citizen? It would be a wonderful tool for fighter pilots to review, and it'd help us aspiring actors out quite a bit as well.
Well, you know what? don't have that system in place or how we can answer it, but the video was so stinking cool that we wanted to get it out there for you guys to see. By the way, Lando has some amazing videos. You want to check out all the videos he's done. Some of them we can't get to or never would put on here, but they are... we literally laugh out loud at some of those things. So, man, that guy is worth checking out. You guys have to step up to that level. I mean, we're looking at you, Kin Shadow, and Legante, and all these others out there. This guy's doing it right, and so are you. So let's get him in there.
Yeah, you start laughing before the question even starts.
Right. I do. I know. You do. It's the music. All right, you know what time it is, guys? It's time for this week's Most
Valuable
Post. Hey everyone, welcome to MVP, Most Valuable Post. I'm here to tell you what the absolute best post at the RSI forums this week was. Now, this was an active week on the RSI forums. There were a lot of threads, a lot of great posts, and I decided to canvass the community, ask them what they thought the very best one was. I talked to moderators, I talked to chat roll-ins, I talked to everybody under the sun, and the answer was universal. There was one truly great post at the forums this week, and it belongs to Chris Roberts for his clarification about the PS4 and Star Citizen. So, Chris Roberts, you're our most valuable poster this week.
Thanks, Ben. Good job, and well done, Chris, on winning this week's most valuable post. And now, it's time for an existential break with our very own Mark Skelton.
So if a word was misspelled in the dictionary, how would you know?
Wow, that brings us up to Josh Alway. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Good. So first time the audience out there is going to get a chance to say hi to you and what you're up to. And so why don't you tell them who you are and what you do for us here at Cloud Imperium?
So I'm one of the graphics programmers here at Cloud Imperium. So that means I'm working on a lot of the visual effects that you'll see in the final game. You haven't seen too much of my work quite yet.
Right.
But there will be a bit more of it in dogfighting.
Right, and you're also doing the shield, the dreaded shield effect that we're working on.
That problem's been a real pain for quite a while.
Well, we're trying to do something different and cool, and sometimes doing different and cool takes time. And we're getting it right, though. We've got an inside CIG to look at some point that once we finish that money shot, we'll get it out there and we'll show everybody what's going on, and I think they're going to like that. So that's something for you guys to look forward to. Now, you're not from Texas.
Nope. I'm from Ohio originally.
So you're from Ohio, but where's the beard from? Did it also come from Ohio?
A little bit.
And just some of it? The rest of it came down in Texas. Now, how did you find us? How did you come on board? Because it's kind of an interesting story. Since you're from Ohio, how did you find out about Star Citizen?
So I found out about it towards the end of university when I was coming out of Rochester Institute of Technology in their game development program.
That's cool.
And I had heard a little bit about it earlier on in the campaign and everything, but I hadn't looked too much into it because of a lot of work to do at university.
Right.
So I looked into it afterwards, and it looked like it was a really interesting thing that was being done, and I wanted to be a part of it.
Cool. So you contacted us, we hooked up, we talked about it, and then you pretty much joined us. But the funny thing about that is you joined us before you graduated. You haven't even technically graduated yet, right?
Yeah. Technically, I don't graduate until about January or so, because there's a work experience requirement with the university.
So we could be not paying you, because this is ridiculous. We're paying you, and you could be working for free. Dang it, terrible negotiator. But you're actually, you remember they were asking me, hey, you need to fill out Josh's paperwork, and I'm like, no, Josh, can you fill out your paperwork? And so, if your teacher's watching, I am certainly filling out the paperwork for you to graduate.
He most certainly is.
Yeah, I most certainly am filling out the paperwork. So that's kind of cool. And it says you worked part-time on a professor's research project to treat how do you say that?
Amblyopia?
See, he needs to host. What is that exactly?
So that's more commonly known as lazy eye.
Okay.
And I was on a research project in association with one of my professors, as well as some professors from a couple other universities who are looking into using video games as a treatment for lazy eye.
How far did that go? Do they think that actually could work?
As far as I know, the preliminary studies that they were doing came out pretty well.
Oh, good. So video games are healthy and helpful for those that are impaired. Amblyopia. Impaired.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. And this is the first job you've ever had in God, and what a place to land, right? I mean, my God, you could have been making bingo games or something, and now you're on Star Citizen, and not only are you making cool games, but you're pushing, you're poking people's eye out with stuff that we're going to be doing here.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's not a bad segue, is it? From the amblyopia to poking somebody's eye out. That was terrible. I apologize for that. It was not intentional. It won't happen again. So anyway, sorry. This is your first job, and it's a pretty cool place to land. So. Yep. So how long have you been growing the beard, man? How long have you been growing the beard?
I think it's been about 3 years now.
And how many creatures physically live inside that beard?
Probably on the order of 25, 28, somewhere around there.
So it's like bird. If you're ever really hungry, you just reach in and get a little bird leg, have a little munch, It's how long does it take you to grow it? I mean, we have a beard ratio here at the office. It's amazing, and how long did it take you to grow that thing?
Yeah, about 3 years.
Did I ask that already?
Yeah.
Well, now I know it's really 3 years. Cool. I want to thank subscribers and pledgers, and Epic Beardman here for joining us. Coming up this week, we have Jump Point Magazine. We have a live stream coming up Tuesday from the Santa Monica office. Be sure to check that out. Chris, Sandi, and the bunch out there, Travis will be putting out there. We're supplying a bunch of inside CIG, so you guys will get some inside look at what's going on. Ship sales coming up. The Gladiator, Retaliator, Starfarer on Monday. Something special on Tuesday. I think the Gladiator, Retaliator is actually this weekend, and Starfarer on Monday, and then something special on Tuesday. No Wingman's Hangar next week. It's Thanksgiving in the United States, so we're actually closed Thursday and Friday, which I know is going to make you sad. You can stuff a few other turkey legs in there. And join our YouTube channel. Find out the latest and greatest, what happens on everything CIG and Inside Star Citizen. Submit your questions in the RSI forum. There'll be something up here that tells you where to do that. And usually I would say at this point, join us in Wingman's Hangar tomorrow, join us in Wingman's Hangar today, 15 minutes after the show. But I am having surgery tomorrow. So we're shooting this today. I'm having hernia surgery, not hymnia. Hernia surgery right in this area here, right behind the belly button. So I'm going to be out a couple days, and wish me luck. This could be the last episode. Who knows? And remember, if you want your stuff featured on Wingman's Hangar, send it in. We just might use it. Where are we going to see him, Josh? In the verse. Peace.
Yeah, this question is for the Wingman. I saw last week a PS4, what got me very excited on Jason's desk. I can't wait to play Star Citizen on the PS4. Could you tell me when that's coming out? Thank you.